The Olympic idea in the modern era is the symbolic of a world war. This excerpt from a 1913 German sports newspaper shows that Olympism was rapidly integrated into the international relation games. Whether fascist regimes or democracies, states understood very quickly how to use sport, symbolizing it as a battle between athletes representing nations. An athlete or a team's victory becomes their country's victory. Last 2 weeks, all eyes were on Paris.
All eyes are on Paris.
We're talking about the Paris Olympics now.
We want to welcome you to the 2024 Summer Olympic Games.
The opening ceremony alone had a viewership of about 40 million. But does the Olympics still hold the same value? Let's explore how the Olympics have been a stage for international relations and power dynamics, why financially they have become a burden for host cities, and most importantly, should India host the Olympics in 2036? The Paris Olympics showcased the French government vision of diverse and modern France.
The pinnacle of sport for thousands of athletes who are hoping to make history for themselves and their countries.
The opening ceremony blended historical and cultural representations, featuring landmarks like the Eiffel Tower, the diverse cultural icons such as surfers, rappers, and LGBTQ communities. However, the vision wasn't universally accepted in France, facing criticism from both the extreme left and right. The depiction of modern France clashed with traditional values, evident in reaction to a performance that reimagines the Last Supper, with drag queens and a transgender model led to condemnation from France's Catholic Church and criticism from Muslim communities worldwide. The Games also highlighted geopolitical tensions such as Israel-Palestine conflict, instances like the crowd supporting the Palestine during a football match between Mali and Israel, underscored how global conflicts seep into the Olympics arena. Due to recent scandals and the invasion of Ukraine, most Russians and Belarusian athletes were banned, except for a few competing as neutrals. This exclusion led to speculations about Russian sabotage of attempts during the Games, further highlighting the geopolitical undercurrents. Historically, the Olympics have been a platform for countries to project power and influence, from ping-pong diplomacy to the symbolic importance of winning medals. States have used the Games to enhance their international image. The Olympics can also be seen as a branding and propaganda platform. For example, in 1936, Germany hosted Olympics, allowing them to showcase to the world their history and their ideology. This was also the first time the Olympics was broadcasted on television, which helped them to reach more people. They wanted to show 3 major things. Number 1, New Germany under Hitler. Number 2, trying to prove dictatorship is a better form of leadership. And 3 is to market the idea of the Aryan race to the entire world. This is how the sports washing works. While the Olympics also aims to showcase global unity and sports excellence, the financial reality for host is often grim. The cost of hosting the Games was skyrocketed, leading to a significant economic strain. In 1984, LA hosted the Summer Olympics and made a whopping profit of $232 million, which in today's time would be about $700 million. This was mainly because of Tehran, which was the original host, backed out last minute, giving a constraint of time for any infrastructure development in LA, forcing them to utilize their existing infrastructure. Looking at this, the hosting of Olympics was seen as an aspirational event for many countries. But since then, the Olympics has seen as a loss-making machine. While there's often benefits of hosting, it is said that hosting the Olympics can also send the nation 5 years ahead in the growth chart. France, despite the reputation for hosting successful events, faced logistical and financial challenges. This, coupled with the extensive budget required for the Paris Olympics, underscores the financial risk involved. The long-term economic benefits of hosting the Olympics are often overstated. Many cities struggle with the debt and underutilized infrastructure post-Games. The promise of tourism and investment frequently falls short of covering the cost incurred. The International Olympic Committee has been criticized for prioritizing financial gains over the spirit of the Games. The commercialization of the Olympics, driven by the television rights and corporate sponsorships, has transformed the event into a massive commercial enterprise. India hosting the Summer Olympics in 2036, which is an interest shown by the Reliance bosses, is a tricky contemplation.
हिंदुस्तान का सपना है कि 2036 में जो ओलंपिक होगा वो मेरे हिंदुस्तान की धरती पर हो.
While it would bring India into this epicenter of global attention, with millions of tourists and representatives who flock to witness the grand Indian growth story. There are various challenges, India being a developing nation, and where there's a growth disparity between rich and poor, wouldn't be able to justify the public expenditure for hosting the Olympics. Other problems include the problem of security India faces with terrorism. At the end of the day, hosting such an event wouldn't be ideal for a nation unless there's a strong fundamental. The Olympics are much more than a global sporting event. It is a stage for geopolitical maneuvering, and there's always a financial challenge for host cities. Understanding these dynamics help us appreciate the complexity behind the grandeur of the games. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of geopolitics, financial downfall of Olympics, and the potential of India hosting in 2036. If you got any value out of this video, do subscribe. Until then, keep reimagining yourself and know that the power of change lies within you.